Greetings, everyone. How are we all feeling out there today? Let's go straight into the rune reading with this beautiful full moon eclipse. I almost said solar eclipse. That's coming up next. So this full moon is really illuminating our path here as far as what we need to release and let go. This is the rune Kinaz here from our energetic past position here in today's rune reading. Now, what does this full moon in Pisces mean for Kinaz here? So Kinaz loves it when we practice what we preach. So we might be coming from that past of really holding to our own convictions, our own set of standards, right? When we're dishing out medicine, we should also be taking that, because what we see in others is also a reflection of ourselves. So when we are in service of others, we also light the path for ourselves. Kinaz is that torch. It's a very big manifestation and fire energy as it illuminates. When you hold it from the torch, it illuminates not just the path of others, but your path as well. And that's great energy moving forward into this now energy. So let's get a now energy rune. Okay, we have Ansus. A lot of us have been coming into our own by going within, seeking that divine guidance. This is that communication rune. So really strengthen your communication, whatever that resonates with you, whatever popped into your head first, right, is what this is calling you to reflect with. So that as long as that's meditation or speaking with a loved one, a family member, a career person, like at your workplace. Okay, so this opening the lines of communication and being receptive to learning and this rebirth process that we're going through here. So that full moon is full of releasing energy, and with the eclipse, it intensifying it, and also the other planetary alignments going along with this. Major energies right now, y'all. We're talking once in a lifetime type of energies, and once in several lifetimes type of energies. Please read the description box below for more information on that astrological aspect of things. So in the near future energies, what do we have to look forward to in the near future energies? This is Rido. This is the riding along with the energies kind of message here, right? So this is indicative of a change of house, spouse, or career. This is more of that literal movement moving forward. Maybe you're getting these divine downloads like a quick, swift kick in the rear to really get going into investing in yourself, manifesting. It's a very powerful manifestation period for all of us now. Okay, so you might be noticing recently when you're thinking of something and then it kind of pops up and you're noticing that more in your everyday life. So Rido is calling us to flow along with these energies. Don't resist these signs, right? The divine downloads, the signs, don't resist, and just move along with the waves. So we can throw a pebble into a pond, right? And that wave will ripple back to the shore and it'll come back. And we can put our hand in front of that wave and try to stop it, but the wave will just go right around, still hit the shore, still come back, and guess what? It'll hit the back of our hand. So when we're resisting, we're just making it a little bit harder on ourselves is all. So let's see what the action taken for the best outcome is. What action taken for the best outcome is there? Okay, this is beautiful. This is the rune of endurance, right? This is the awesome rune that the ash, that's representative of like the world, or the ash tree, or that tree of life, right? So a lot of people correlate the tree of life with the ash tree, and that's what they used to make bows out of. It's called a yew, Y-E-W. So this is also called the yew rune. All right, so this is calling us to be flexible and to change. This is not a reversible rune. So when we're flexible, we're going along with these energies, aren't we? We're not resisting when we're flexible, but when we're too flexible, we can break. When we're too rigid, we can also break. So when we're flexing, we can transmute this into Salido, the sun rune. Kind of looks like the S there, right? Or we could even bring one of these arrow points up and flip it up to making this our discipline work into Tiwas with that arrow pointing up and being in our sense of justice and victory. All right. If we don't, those branches snap off. Guess what? We have Isa. That's the ice rune of being stuck, frozen, rigid, repeating life lessons in our heads with anxiety. The choice is always yours, isn't it? Okay. So this rune called Ewas is about that stability moving forward. Okay. It's really going to test your resolve. And in this journey that you're undertaking, whatever the case may be for you, this is calling that metamorphosis forward for you, right? So whatever you've been adopting and changing and letting fall off naturally, things that no longer serve us will naturally fall off. They'll naturally burn off, right? So when we are in this manifestation work, what's our thoughts, feelings, and emotions when we're going into this? Is this in a healthy place? Well, this is Jera. This is another irreversible rune. So this can make it or break it for you. It's really one of those type of Libra type moments. It's almost Libra season, so I kind of have Libra on the mind. And so this is more of that weighing the duality of nature of things, right? Learning aspect. Okay, so Jera is that rune of harvest. Jera says, learn about what your harvest. When we take in a harvest, learning about our harvest is what we do. We think to ourselves, did I buy the right seed? Did I plant in the right spot? Did I nurture my crop enough? Right? Are my practices of a sound method? Okay, a lot of this has our thoughts, feelings, and emotions wrapped up in this. But when we surrender this overthinking that can lead to more stress, right? That frozen, stuck, rigid, repeating life lessons, rune of Isa, when we're releasing and riding along with this energetic flow of life as it unfolds, we embody this rune of endurance and stability. We flex in the wind, right? And we have no problems calling in our harvest and taking stock and learning our lessons as we go along, as long as we're doing it from that great love filter, right? So if we're not answering a question, am I receiving it with love? Am I responding to it with love? If the answer is no to any of those questions, then you know where you need to go for healing. And yes, a lot of this will happen to do with Othala. This is your rune of foundations, everyone. Legacy. What do we have to leave behind? So this is directly across from your communication rune. So whatever you're talking about, whatever you're getting the downloads about, this beginning energy of you're lighting the path, you're manifesting, moving forward with divine guidance. However, if we're in our heads too much, then we risk having a weaker foundation, right? When we're not in this endurance or stability, right? This is right. So a foundation is pretty much the same thing as synonymous as being stable, right? So when we're not stable, we lose that foundation. When we're not calling in our good harvest, then we have no place to put it. We have no foundation, no cellar to put it in. Okay, so this is the just kind of that warning that, hey, don't get into your ego or what you think you know, because divine has a lot more in store for you. I feel that there's a lot of upgrades coming along with this full moon energy, a lot of emotional healing too, y'all. I'm feeling a lot of deep emotional healing for a lot of us. Yeah. Oh, wow, this is beautiful. So we have fire, we have water here. This is the divine feminine's rune. So what we have is this outcome rune position. This is what we have to look forward to, or what's the possible outcome for this energy, for this full moon in Pisces supermoon eclipse energy. A lot of deep emotional healing. This has to do with scrying, water work, intuition work, divine feminine work, healing, a lot of divine, a lot of this divine download. See how these two are so similar? And Ansu's here has only one more mark on it, all right, than Lagu's here. Now, Lagu's here, the divine feminine rune. This is very indicative of that divine downloads, that huge connection with divine. All right, so when we're risking losing that foundation, we could also lose this divine feminine healing. Like I said, this deep emotional and intuitive type of healing work. This is kind of a rebirthing of your solidifying aspect of yourself that's divine feminine. Everybody has that divine masculine aspect and divine feminine aspect. Some of us need to heal certain aspects of both. So what this is letting us know is that we have a lot of healed intuition and healing our inner divine feminine energies to look forward to here moving forward. Now let's get a few major arcana tarot cards to kind of go along with these runes and go a little bit more in depth here with these runes, so we can kind of learn these runes a little bit more. Now, Dagas is the card of temperance. Now, temperance is a beautiful card here. And for you guys, I'm using the runic tarot deck. And I'll add their creator names in the description as well. This is a beautiful card, though. Temperance, that's like transmuting energies. That's a lot of manifestation work. That's a beautiful card to have, y'all. Ansus. Let's look at Ansus. Now, Ansus is that death card. Ansus says, get ready for your rebirth. Every ending is a new beginning. And to create a beginning is to also make an ending. Death incites rebirth. So be open to those divine downloads and direction as you shed the old you and adopt the new you, riding along with these energies. So let's get the card for Rido. The card for Rido is the Hierophant. Now the Hierophant's kind of like the Prophet. It's kind of like a mix between, how I like to view it anyway, is a mix between magician and hermit energy. But he's kind of like mastered those two in a sense, right? And the Hierophant is, he knows how to best move along with these energies. He's a very, very wise individual because he got those divine downloads and now he's moving forward in divinely guided ways, being very, very wise at moving forward. Okay, let's look at Iwaz here. Now for that rune, Iwaz is the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man likes to see things from another perspective. He's patient. He's stable. He knows he's not going anywhere, but he also enjoys that view because it's another shift in perspective. It's a chance to learn. It's a chance to grow stronger. It's an opportunity to improve one's skills. That's beautiful. The Hanged Man is really developing. He's patient. He's waiting. Awesome. Let's look at Jera. Jera is the Fool. The Fool, because this awesome energy of the Fool card with Jera here is all about learning, right? Discovery. What I said before about Jera, when we're taking in the harvest, we're taking in all of the lessons. Everything we put out, we're beginning to reap, and we're studying all of that. Now the Fool, as he begins his journey, he's all willy-nilly, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to go, and I'm going to learn. The very beginning of the tarot deck here, everybody. All right, this is the Fool's Journey. That whole major arcana is the Fool's Journey, and we all start off as the Fool, right? And like I said before, to make an ending is to make a beginning. So a harvest is kind of like the death of the crop, and that's that rebirth as well. And that Fool is like saying, okay, now I've hung around and waited, and I'm ready to go. Okay, now let's look at what Othala says. Othala is the rune, the card of the moon. This is a lot of our inner stability, a lot of our core values, our faith. So there's also another rune there, Algi's, the elk rune. There's also Othala there on the shield for that protection, stability, that durability moving forward. Okay, you don't want to risk losing that. All right. Beautiful card, by the way. All right. I don't mean to keep burying these cards. I'll figure out another bit of formatting as we move along. Again, I'm open to suggestions. Let me know in the comments below. This is your channel too. Let's look at Lagus, the Divine Feminine rune. Now, Lagus is the star. And this is really awesome because the star is all about going to that well for healing, really holding your own, that emotional healing. See all that water in the card too? So that that water signifies emotion in the elements and in tarot and in astrology and many other studies. So see how he's got the strength of the star to help fend off that sea monster. All right, that's going to be you. You have that emotional stability moving forward out of this healing work that you're doing. How beautiful is that? You're going to that well and you are drawing your power from there. And you are really blessed. A lot of upgrades. Like I said, mark my words, within this next week, I want to hear at least one testimonial in the comments about your inner healing journey, because I believe we're all going to be upgrading and manifesting a lot soon. And look at this, as far as stability, as far as endurance goes, as far as that inner divine feminine healing, being able to go with the flow and be stable at the same time, being humble enough to learn these lessons and going within, lighting the way and healing the divine feminine, all can be done with healing this chakra here. This is your solar plexus chakra for today's chakra token for our aftercare. Now, the solar plexus chakra is one of those miracle tones for the solfeggio frequency. It's 528 hertz. That's 528. The solar plexus chakra is located below the chest and above the navel. It is the center of self-esteem, confidence, and personal identity. Anyone who's struggling to live authentically, has control issues, manipulative tendencies, or low self-esteem would be said to have a blocked solar plexus chakra. To work on this frequency, you should listen to 528 hertz, that's 528, and when you've opened your solar plexus, you should feel more positive about life, open and honest with yourself and with others. Now that solar plexus chakra mudra and mantra. The mantra is Ram, R-A-M, and the mudra is not a two-hander. We can do this one hand or both hands at a time. This is a very simple one where we have these two fingers extended. Oh, my apologies. We have these two fingers extended. So the pinky finger and the middle finger are extended. We're pinching the ring finger, index finger, and the thumb together like this. Okay? We just rest it right on our lap, humming the mantra Ram as we listen to 528 hertz solfeggio frequency, envisioning this beautiful yellow color emanating from our upper abdominal cavity, like right below the rib cage there. Beautiful healing work to you all. What a beautiful rune reading, everyone. I've been Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. If you'd like a one-on-one rune reading with me personally, or if you'd like any of the runes or rune jewelry that you see on the channel, please contact me at youressentialpractice@gmail.com or look at the shop at youressentialpractice.com. All right, so let's go over that mantra, mudra, and solfeggio frequency again. That mudra is Ram, and that's that beautiful yellow color emanating from just below the rib cage there, kind of your diaphragm, your lower lungs, where you breathe in your sense of security and inner strength, right? And that mudra is like this. The pinky and the middle fingers are the only ones that stay out, and we rested in our laps listening to the 528 hertz solfeggio frequency, envisioning that beautiful yellow color emanating throughout our whole entire bodies while we're holding our own and flexing through whatever life throws our way. We know we can do it with divine guidance and help with flowing with those energetic waves, right? You got this. I believe in you. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant day.